What's up? I'm Danny Deathwish. Today we're going to be talking about my match predictions for the March 13th Prime Time Wrestling at the Civic Center here in Prince George. Let's jump into it. What's up? Welcome back to the Danny Deathwish Backstage Pass show. I'm Danny Deathwish, and we're going to be talking about my predictions for March 13th live at the Prince George Civic Center. We got a whole night of action. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be one of the best nights you've ever seen in professional wrestling. We're going to talk about what we think is going to happen here. So we got the Butcher versus the Battle Wasp, the Caribroozers, the Champions versus Midnight Vice, and Andy Anderson versus Scotty Mack. It's going to be a wicked night of professional wrestling. And the first match we're going to be talking about is one of these matches here. It's the Butcher versus the Battle Wasp. Now, the Butcher has a new attitude, a new mask, a new lease on life, I guess you could call it. But the Battle Wasp is also a veteran in the sport. He's got many titles and championships behind him, and he's looking to make a statement here in Primetime Wrestling. And one of the best statements you could ever use and ever make is beating the Butcher on this one. So what do I got on this one? Well, what do I think? I think Battle Wasp is going to walk away with the win here. I think Battle Wasp is known for his speed. It can stick and move and stay out of danger. Also, currently the Abbotsford Special Adventures champion and the ASW Cruiserweight champion. So he's got some championship gold on him. If he keeps the pace fast and stifles the Butcher's chaotic energy, he's going to prevail here. But why the Butcher is dangerous? Well, the Barlow Creek Butcher has been on a brutal run lately, just ramming through his opponents. He's got a new mask, a new attitude, an alliance forming with Bubba Sawyer as well. We never know if he's going to show up or if he won't. Who knows what's going to happen with that? It's an unpredictability that you never know what's going to happen there. And he's publicly stated his, and the Butcher has publicly stated his intent to capture the Abbotsford Special Adventure Championship. He went for it in the past. They do have a past or the history of between these two men. These two men fought before. The Butcher's, and he's publicly stated, like I said, Abbotsford Special Adventure Championship is on the Butcher's mind. And they've had some vicious encounters with the Battle Wasp. My final call on this one is I think Battle Wasp is going to prevail here as the winner, but if he can pull off the win, he will become a primetime wrestling favorite. I know that I'm excited to see the Battle Wasp. I know a lot of people are excited to see him too. So I think the Battle Wasp is going to be coming out with the win, but he's got to keep his eye on the prize here. He's got to keep his mind right, and he can't let anything happen to distract him, because the Butcher is going to be coming for the Battle Wasp. We already said he's going to cut off his wings. We never know what's going to happen with the Butcher. It's going to be an unpredictable battle. That one's going to be an awesome match too. And then up next we have the Caribroozers, the tag team champions, versus Midnight Vice. These are hungry challengers. They're flashy and unpredictable, ready to do whatever it takes to capture the gold. It's going to be team chemistry versus hunger. And if Midnight Vice can isolate one champion, the titles could change hands here tonight. My prediction on this one, I don't think that, Midnight Vice is going to walk out with a goal. That's maybe a hot take from Danny Deathwish, but I think the Caribroozers are going to walk out with a win. You got Donnie Brooks. He's young and hungry, voted one of the most popular wrestlers in Primetime 2025. You've also got his tag team partner, Rebel Knoxville, a 10-year veteran in the business with experience, ring awareness. That's a strong mixture of youth and veteran leadership. I think that they're going to walk away with the win, but they can't overlook Midnight Vice. I mean, Braden Goss is nearly a decade in the business. He's a multiple tag team champion. Sean Castan is a 3-time thrash wrestling champion and former tag team champion in his own right. And both men have held tag team gold before and know what it takes to win. My final call on this one is Midnight Vice will push them to the limit, but I think the Caribroozers is going to walk out with the tag team gold. But there is a wild card. There's a Danny Deathwish wild card here, an X factor, as they might call it, and that's Vance Nevada at the ringside. He could influence a match at any moment. Vance Nevada has aligned himself with these two men in Midnight Vice, and you never know what's going to happen with that. I mean, do the Caribroozers retain their gold? I think they're going to. It might be a hot take. I think that Donnie Brooks is young and hungry, and he's got a veteran beside him out there in that ring, and I think that combination is going to help Caribroozers walk away with those tag team belts belts are still wrapped around their waist, but maybe they might pull it off. Midnight Vice is going to give them and push them to the limit and give them, a run for the money on these tag team titles. What we got next here is Scotty Mack versus Andy Anderson for the heavyweight championship. This is going to be one hell of a match. Andy Anderson, the God of Thunder, he's got the raw power and dominance, and he's going to be defending his throne against the ultimate challenger in Scotty Mack. He's a veteran competitor, technical precision, and relentless drive. He's ready to seize that heavyweight gold, but can he take it on? This is the biggest test of Anderson's reign so far, I think, personally, and can Mack's potential overcome on Anderson's raw power? We're going to find that out on Friday night. So my hot take on this one and my prediction is that Andy Anderson, Scotty Mack will bring the fight and push the championship to the limit, but I think Andy Anderson's experience and his brutal brawler style is going to help him retain the Primetime Heavyweight Championship. I mean, the God of Thunder has been reigning heavyweight champion for 480 historic days with that title reign. He's got 35 championships counting worldwide across his illustrious 30-year career, and he's a veteran ring general who's known how to slow down the pace and control a match. But the challenger Scotty Mack is no schlub as well. I mean, he called the illustrious one for a reason. He's a 25-year veteran of Pacific Northwest wrestling scene. He's a 6-time ECCW and NWA champion and 8-time tag team champion. He's a hardcore specialist, he's comfortable in chaotic environments and high-risk matches. So, I mean, you never know what's going to happen. If this thing turns into a brawl, I think Andy Anderson's going to have a lot of trouble on his hands there with Scotty Mack. He's a dangerous combination of experience, resilience, and ring psychology. It's going to be a clash of the industry veterans, power versus toughness here, and championship dominance versus relentless challenger. I'm not putting Scotty Mack out on this one, but I think my final call here is Scotty Mack's going to bring the fight and push the championship to the limit. But like I said, I think Andy Anderson's experience and his brutal brawl style is going to help him retain the Primetime Heavyweight Championship and walk out with that gold wrapped around his waist as well. And I think it's going to be, one of those things where we're going to have to wait and see if these two men, who's going to come out on top. It's going to be such an even matchup. We don't know what's going to happen there, but also an X Factor. The second time the X Factor is coming up, and it's the same one, Vance Savetta. This guy is, he's going to be at ringside. Him and his henchmen at ringside could influence the outcome at any moment inside this match. But, I think my final call in this one is going to be, Andy Anderson walking out with that gold. And then, after that, you're going to be looking forward to night 2, Vicky Vicious versus Santana, Scotty Mack's back in action versus Braden Goss. You got Big Daddy Dean Holstein and the intensive Care Bear, Big John Gillespie versus Edward Wald III and Andy Anderson again. You also got that VIP Battle Royal. A new VIP champion is going to be crowned there. It's going to be an amazing night number 2. I'll give my predictions for night number 2 after I see what happens on night number 1 on March 13th, Friday the 13th. It's going to be one hell of a night there at Primetime Wrestling as well. So that's my predictions. Those are my hot takes. If you like them, take them. If you don't, I guess that's your problem, not mine. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining the Backstage Pass. This is where all your backstage interviews and predictions and everything you want to know about Primetime Wrestling is going to be happening here on Backstage Pass. Check it out. We do this every Friday, and then we go live every Wednesday. We're going to have more interviews and awesome things going on here as well. So I'll see you guys on Saturday night. I won't be there on March 13th, so you have to let me know what happens and give me a comment. Tell me what you think is going to happen. If you agree with my predictions, awesome. If you don't agree, I guess that's your problem, but you can still give me a comment in the comment section. Anyways, guys, see you guys later. This is Danny Deathwish for Backstage Pass. I'll see you guys at the show.